For days now, many parts of China have seen hazardously high air pollution. On Monday, Beijing's reading for tiny but toxic particles in the air soared to 397, a level classed as hazardous to breathe. Over the weekend, hospital admissions in the capital shot up, as Grace Brown reports from Beijing.
Li Lianghe brought his 3-year-old son, Li Haifan, into Tsinghua University's first affiliated hospital today. He says he's been sick since the smog began.
He's had a fever since Friday, when the air pollution became really bad. He's been coughing and having trouble breathing. It's all because of pollution. Normally, he's very healthy.
He isn't the only child struggling to breathe. Hospital staff say they're seeing a surge in patients.
This weekend, we've seen 10% more patients than last weekend, many suffering from respiratory infections, mostly children and the elderly. The pollution has definitely had an impact.
The outpatients clinic has needed twice the number of staff to cope.
We normally only have one doctor on duty per station, but this weekend we had to put 2 doctors on.
Since Friday, residents in north and central China have battled hazardous air, forcing Beijing's municipal government to issue an orange alert, the second highest for the first time this year. This prompted schools to cancel outdoor sports and health officials to tell children and the elderly to stay inside. This might look unhealthy, but the real danger is what you can't see. Tiny but toxic particles less than 2.5 micrometers wide, small enough to embed deep into the lungs and increase one's risk of stroke, heart disease and lung cancer, which Beijing's health authority says is now the biggest killer in the capital. On Monday, Beijing's air quality index put PM2.5 levels at 397. That's more than 15 times the World Health Organization's safe limit. In the neighbouring city of Tianjin, PM2.5 levels on Monday were even worse, at 421. In Taiyuan, capital of Shanxi province, they reached 217, a level still classed as unhealthy. With millions returning to work after the weekend, Dr. Cui Rong had this advice.
Ideally, avoid crowding places, avoid going outside, and if you do, wear a mask.
Beijing has sent investigators to factories outside the city to see if they're breaking emission rules. But its highest pollution alert, red, which would halve the number of cars on its roads, has yet to be raised, leaving families like the Lees to do what little they can to protect their health. Grace Brown, CCTV, Beijing.